Hello and welcome to episode 41 of Marbella with him and her. He is...
PJ Lopez, and she is...
You forgot again.
No, I wasn't.
Did you
I was
pause?
going to call you Santa Claus, but you're not, because it's so close to Christmas.
I'm not, you're quite right, I'm not Santa Claus.
And she is...
Hannah Murray.
There you go, Mrs. Santa Claus.
Mrs. Santa Claus. How depressing.
Can you believe it's so close to Christmas?
I can't. It just kind of creeps up on you, doesn't it?
And then it whizzes by like a blur.
Yeah. I'm excited though, aren't you?
Yeah, so.
Why? Aren't you really excited?
That's Christmas.
Oh, I love
Humbug,
Christmas.
humbug.
As Noddy Holder said, it's Christmas.
Hoddy Nolder.
What do you say?
Hoddy Nolder.
Noddy Nolder. So talking of Santa, I interviewed him this week.
I can't believe you do it every year.
People will go, oh, Santa, yeah, whatever. But it's the actual Santa Claus who lives in Lapland. And if you take your family, your children, to go and visit Santa Claus in Lapland, this is the guy you'll meet.
Santa Claus.
Actual Santa Claus.
Real Santa Claus.
The real Santa Claus. I've had him on my show every year for about 10 years now. And each time I speak to him, I turn into a 9-year-old giggly little girl. Because he says, have you been good this year? And I'm like, yes, Santa.
So she lies every year, basically, to Santa Claus. That's not a good start, is it?
Oh, it's lovely. I ask him how Mrs. Claus is and how the elves are and, you know, what he likes to eat when he comes and delivers the present for the children.
I
and
can't
what the reindeer
believe
eat.
he said reindeer burgers.
Oh, no, he didn't. That's awful. You can't say that. No, he likes a mince pie.
Talking of reindeers, what do you call a deer that's blind?
Can I say it?
Yes.
No idea.
We should write cracker jokes.
I was going to say, was that in a cracker?
I think originally it probably
Oh,
was.
probably. And we forgot to mention on last week's pod that I interviewed Charlotte Church, the voice of an angel.
So I'm just trying to think what she would be. She would be Charlotta Iglesia in Spanish.
Yeah, why on earth did you think of that?
Because there is Julio Iglesia, which is July Church.
Oh, I see. Okay, I wondered why you translated to Spanish. Okay, because of the iglesia.
No, it's interesting that you've got someone called Church in both languages,
Yeah.
which is a bizarre surname, really.
Unlike Flags, Tony Flags.
Yes, Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, Flags isn't a common surname.
So how was the interview?
Really good, really nice. She was very sweet. She was actually coming on to talk about her spa. She's got this incredible, huge, big spa, wellness, hotel, retreat facility in Wales.
Wales?
And it looks absolutely glorious and, yeah, amazing. So she came on to talk about that. But, of course, we spoke about her singing and... So I asked her about her singing and she said there were certain parts, particularly to her pop career, that in her words didn't go so well. And I said, can I just say, I loved your album Tissues and Issues when you did Call My Name and Crazy Chick. I really enjoyed them. And she said, oh, thanks, love.
In a Welsh accent.
In a Welsh accent, which I'm not going to pretend to do.
So she's obviously a former sort of, would you say opera singer? Is that her style?
She's a classical singer.
Classical singer.
Yeah.
So let's go through this. You've also interviewed, staying with Wells, Aled Jones.
Aled Jones.
Voice of...
Walking in the Air, the Snowman.
Yeah. You've also...
Catherine Jenkins.
There you go. Also Welsh, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got a thing for Welsh classical singers.
Yeah,
Really.
so you've that's like a full house now. Must be.
Are there any more?
I don't think so.
There must be. Tom Jones. Well, he's not a classical singer.
No,
But anyway.
far from it.
Yes, okay. We have started, well, we've almost finished. Tonight, I reckon we'll finish Black Doves, which
Yes.
is a spy espionage British thriller with Keira Knightley.
Yes, she's an interesting actress. She sort of talks from the bottom of her mouth all the time.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, she's it's a bit sort of, it's intriguing.
Yes.
Very well spoken,
really
obviously.
pretty, but not kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Really
it's
nice.
great.
I think she's great.
Yeah.
And it's extremely far-fetched, Black Doves, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's just one of those sort of random out there type of spy thrillers that's actually quite good because you want to see what happens next. You know what happens
Exactly, it's
next.
really gripping. And I saw, so there's only one series of 6 episodes, but I saw today on social media a second series has been confirmed.
Well, there you
Which
go.
is good to know. So therefore we know she's not going to die in the last episode.
Or it might be a new Black Dove that comes
Well,
in.
that's
So you
your
don't
point.
know?
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. So we can definitely recommend that if you like that kind of thing. We did a bit of Christmas shopping for food in advance earlier this week.
We're a bit worried because obviously you just don't know what's going to be left. It's not like the UK where you've got Tesco, then you've got Morrison's, and you've got Asda, and you've got all these huge choices of massive supermarkets where you can get everything. Basically, here it's like, oh, it's in there, grab it before it goes.
Yeah, it's hard. Every year we panic about getting sparrots, I was going to say.
Sparrows? Sparrows?
Sprouts and parsnips. They're both difficult to come by.
And the annoying thing is, off-season, as in outside of Christmas, sometimes Mercadona sells fresh Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
They also sell fresh parsnips. But when it comes to Christmas, they don't seem to have it. I don't know if anyone's told them the connection with the UK and Christmas and stuff.
We really got into sprouts, didn't we? We went through you make a really nice sprout curry.
Yes, and stir-fried sprouts with 5 spice is gorgeous.
So we're one of the few weird people who have sprouts other than Christmas Day.
Yeah, I would say don't come and visit us while we're doing it, though.
Yeah, we don't have many house guests at the time. We've never cooked sprouts for other people, in fairness. So here it is. What else did we do? Oh, you've written down like it was a weird school trip.
So this was exciting. So I rarely go shopping now. Hannah does all the supermarket shopping, and I love supermarket shopping. But
He's a bit weird.
Hannah does it. And we went to our normal Mercadona, which is up in San Pedro Polígono. And for the first time ever, I went to the new Aldi with you. And
I've only been there once before.
You were rushing round, and I was still on the first aisle.
Well, you're like a kid in a sweet shop when you go to a new supermarket. And we were doing it an evening after work, so I didn't want to get home at 10 o'clock and then have something to eat. So I was trying to hurry you along. But did you enjoy your trip?
I did.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'll go back. I mean, it was all right.
The Del Sol Singers, our last Christmas gig, is coming up on Christmas Eve, which is at La Sala. And it's going to be a really, really good one, I hope, because everyone by this time should be in the Christmas spirit and the Christmas zone. If not, then we will certainly get you there. 3 o'clock, La Sala. Not sure whether we'll be singing outside on the terrace or inside in the main bar area. Kind of depends on the weather and people booking and things. It was beautiful weather last year, so we sung outside on the terrace.
So I work with Manifesto, and Oliver Nash, his mother, is part of the choir. Yes, she's with you in the choir. So there's going to be Oliver and Oksana going, and also the actual owners of Manifesto are also going. So Ian and Kim will be there, I think, with their children as well. So it's going to be a real sort of Christmas thing. So having just got over the Christmas do, which we spoke about last week, and I'm not allowed to go out again for a while, I wonder if we're going to do some shots.
Absolutely not. You cannot let them get you drinks.
Yeah, I sort of mentioned to them that I blame them, but they
I blame them too.
So
I blame you for not having any self-control.
Yes, possibly more me than anybody else.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. We are really looking forward to Christmas. I mean, it's not long to go now, as PJ said, a couple of days. So we thought we'd just talk a little bit about Christmas plans and what Christmas means to us. We both kind of look back on Christmases when we were younger fondly, don't we?
Yes, fondly.
Fondly.
Yes.
What were your Christmases like as a child?
Good. We got caught a couple of times with them sneaking on top of the wardrobe and finding the stocking presents.
Oh no, I can't believe you did that.
Well, it's actually to be fair, it was all my sister. She made me do it. No, she
just
actually
like your colleagues make you drink.
No, she actually did, but it was totally 100% her. So we got caught and we got into a lot of trouble for that. No, I used to be hugely excited because I used to get some real Bang Bang Bill. I just remember that was a great present I got.
What the hell is Bang Bang Bill?
So it was like, on the fairground where you shoot and knock down.
I love that.
It was that, but it was obviously, so it was a gun, but the mechanism was underneath. So you still had to aim it and it would still shoot them down. So it was great. I remember that. I
wouldn't mind that now.
No, I'm going to see if, okay.
It's still available.
Just mark that down. There's still a bit of time.
I always loved Christmases as a child. We went to sandbanks. We went to the beach every Christmas day from even when my mum was pregnant with me to my first Christmas that we didn't go to the beach was when I was away in Australia for my 20th Christmas. But every Christmas leading up to that, me, my parents and my grandparents, my mum's mum and dad, we'd go to the beach on Christmas Day. And it was lovely. We'd all have our Santa hats on. We'd have a mince pie.
And didn't your dad skinny dip?
Not skinny dip in front of his family. How inappropriate would that be?
Quite.
No, but he had a swim most Christmas days and in his Speedos, because that was the thing in the 80s. And one year he forgot his towel, so he had to run up and down the beach to get dry.
So, hang on, you went to Sandbanks, this beautiful sort of oasis
all very
in
push,
Dorset.
yeah.
I went to Croydon High Street.
Did you have a swim in Croydon High Street in a puddle?
Yeah, that was very similar.
Yes, nice. To be fair, we didn't live in Sandbanks. We just drove to the beach there, so it's not quite as posh as it sounds, but I know what you mean. And what about food? We're having less food this year, aren't we?
Yeah, we mentioned it last week in last week's podcast that we don't want to just get lots and lots of food and just have all this food left over. We're going to try and do it differently this year, which is just cook less. Yeah. So we'll still eat well. My gosh, we've got so many things. We've got pigs in blankets, which I bought today. We're going to have the parsnips and Brussels sprouts. I've got Brussels sprouts. I haven't got fresh Brussels sprouts because I couldn't find them, but I've got frozen as a backup. So if we can find them, fine. If we can't, that's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just going to do enough to eat.
Which sounds very sensible.
It's still going to be huge amounts of food because it's still going to be lots more than you would normally do. I mean, we're going to have Brussels sprouts, we're going to have parsnips, we're going to have potatoes, we're going to have stuffing, we're going to have turkey, we're going to have carrots. It's just huge amounts of food.
But less of everything.
Yes.
That's the key. That's what we're going to do. So we're not going to have loads left over. The other thing I forgot to mention about my childhood Christmas is, which I have definitely taken with me into adulthood, is games.
Games?
Games. We're a family of, I was going to say gamers. That suggests that we're playing on computers. It's not that. Playing games with each other as a family. We always did that, not just at Christmas, but whenever we kind of got together, or just me and my mum and dad at home. And we've continued that, haven't we? You love a game?
Yeah, we both actually got a lot in common on that respect. We like games.
Quizzes.
We're quite competitive, so it gets quite interesting. Mm-hmm. Especially Monopoly, but we won't go there with that one.
No, yeah,
Cheap.
We'll get divorced.
Cheap.
Sore loser.
No, I mean, Monopoly's fun if you sell an exchange.
You think Monopoly is fun if you win. Last time we played it, you, me and Dad, about 6 months ago, you won. And I took a photo of your face. You were like a child at Christmas having the time of your life. And the time before, you lost and you hated it and said you never wanted to play again.
No, but when there's two of you playing, you've got to deal. And if you just...
I was trying to deal. You didn't want to deal.
No. It's the other way round. I said, I'll have that one off you. And you said, no, to everything. It's like it was a stalemate. So
no, you've forgotten it. You've changed the story.
Cheat.
No, you totally changed the story. That's not how it went. So we're looking forward to playing lots of games on Christmas Day.
Not Monopoly, though.
Not Monopoly. We're also getting together with some friends in the evening to play more games and have a cheese board. I've been buying ingredients for a cheese board.
This is going to be serious games evening, though, because it hasn't Fiona been called.
She's games master.
Games master, so she's in charge of games. Mm-hmm. So there is a games master.
Yep. Yeah, it's serious stuff.
I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest.
I'm not. I'm really excited. Sheila and my dad are in Morocco currently. They've gone for a little break.
Salam alaikum.
I don't think you should say that.
Well, I didn't say anything. I said...
That's just hello, isn't it?
Well, no, it's a greeting. It's
Salam alaikum.
May God bless you,
okay.
basically.
Thank you very much. They've gone to Morocco. They went this time last year to Marrakesh, and this year they've gone to Fez as the base, and they went to the village that I can't remember the name of, which is the blue village where everything's
Looks
blue.
I mean, even the street, even the floors are blue or something. That's
Exactly.
amazing.
I really want to go there.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we could go to Morocco next year, actually. We could look into it because it's actually really cheap to get there, to stay there, everything.
Just get away from everybody for Christmas.
Christmas? Wouldn't want to go there for Christmas.
Okay.
Get away from who at Christmas?
Everybody.
You make it sound like we've got a massive family
fact,
we need to escape from.
I might go on my own.
No, that would be silly. I've had a nightmare this week with deliveries. I got really organised. There's these presents that I've ordered, 5 of them for 5 different sets of people that I ordered in on the 17th of November. And it said they were going to take about 6 weeks to arrive, 4 to 6 weeks to arrive, something like that. And I was panicking, thinking, how come they haven't arrived yet? So I looked on the website and eventually managed to find that they were delivered, allegedly, on the 22nd of November. So only 5 days after I ordered them. And I spoke to my work and everyone said, no, they haven't been delivered. So my colleague Annalise very kindly phoned the company because it was a Spanish company and my Spanish wasn't good enough to get through this. And basically they said, yes, it was delivered on the 22nd of November to a hostel in San Pedro. I work at a radio station in Cancelada, and that's my address that I use for all my deliveries. And it was sent to a hostel in San Pedro, allegedly.
I mean, that's just like saying, yeah, we've sent it to a tea shop in Barcelona.
It made absolutely no sense. And what made even less sense is the fact that I went to this hostel, it was shut, but eventually I got hold of someone who just kind of looked at me blankly and said, no, we don't have your parcel. And I said, apparently it was signed for 22nd of November, and they're looking at me like I'm mad, going...
But I just don't get that. It's not even it went to a delivery centre or a post office or a DHL centre. It went to a random address. It's my mind is blown.
Oh, totally. None of us can understand it, but including the people who work at this, they don't understand it either. So anyway, I've had to reorder it all, and they've pretty much guaranteed that it's going to arrive on Monday, the 23rd. So hopefully I'll be able to distribute them to various people and they'll get them before Christmas.
We hope so.
We really hope so. You saw a really interesting article in the Sir in English.
Yes, 19 metres long it was.
What was?
This sushi roll.
Oh, love a bit of sushi. What was the filling? You don't know, do you?
It actually listed it all out. It was X kilograms of tuna, X kilograms of it. So it was like the usual. So it was, yeah. And what's the Friends thing that they say?
Salmon skin roll. Unagi.
It's no good doing the movements.
Unagi.
No one can say, will you stop saying unagi?
Well, you asked me what it was and you're not reacting to me saying the word. Unagi. People won't get that either. Salmon skin roll.
Oh, we're talking about Friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, now that we've scared the crap out of everybody, this is a world record. And it's a chef called Carlos Navarro.
I've heard of him.
Well, a.k.a. the Sushi Man.
Oh, I need to know him better.
Yeah. Every year they do this charity event, and it's at the Congreso
Palacio de Congresos.
in Marbella. Yes, that place. And it's the 19th year, so he thought...
How come we haven't been?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't heard of it before,
No.
to be honest. Anyway, it's the 19th year, so he thought, to mark the 19th year, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll a 19-metre sushi roll.
I love that.
And he did. And he broke the world record. And it was
800 pieces.
It was cut into 800 pieces.
Oh, we could
You
have been
would
there.
be in your element.
Oh, I wonder if I could eat 800 pieces of sushi.
To be fair, I'm not sure I would want to eat any pieces of that sushi roll. I don't know how long it had been sitting around being rolled for, but
don't.
I don't think it would be the safest thing to eat, possibly.
Well done, him.
Well done, Carlos Navarro. No, Navarro. It
Why
sounds
do you say it like that?
because it sounds a bit
Navarro.
Christmassy. Sounds a bit Christmassy, doesn't it? It's not, but
No.
no.
You're thinking of Navidad.
Yes, nothing like Navarro.
3 letters are the same.
Feliz Navarro.
And we also want to mention our friends Jan and Roger, because there was an article today I shared from the Euro Weekly News talking about the fact that Jan, for the last 2 years, this year and last year, when she's had a birthday party or a celebration, instead of presents, I think it was their wedding anniversary last year, wasn't it? And then this year it was her birthday. Instead of presents, she asked people to donate to Age Concern. So at the Age Concern Christmas lunch that the Del Sol singers were singing at last week, she presented them with the money, which was really nice, really, really kind thing to do. And I have to say, Carol's speech, I think she's the president of Age Concern, the San Pedro Guadalmina branch.
I think it's San Pedro Marbella, isn't it?
Is it San Pedro Marbella? She did a really lovely, heartfelt speech that brought tears to my eyes. And I remember she did last year, and a lot of people were kind of wiping their eyes. She says some really heartfelt things about, you know, people aging, being in Spain, and a lot of people being on their own. You know, they've come out with a partner, the partner has died, and then they find themselves on their own. And a lot of the time, these people need help, but at the same time, they don't necessarily want help, you know, with their pride, and they think, no, I'm fine. And it can be very difficult sometimes to help people in that situation. And she was thanking all their volunteers who do an amazing job, either answering the phone calls or who get together with people regularly and help them out getting medication or just going for a coffee with them, and talked about how much it means to so many people. And it was really beautiful. It really brought a tear to my eye. So well done to all the amazing work that everyone involved with Age Concern does.
Yeah, and Age Concern are very good to us at International Theatre Studio as well, because they allow us to use their venue in San Pedro for things like rehearsals and auditions and things and meetings. So yeah, thank you for your support to us as well.
Well, we'll leave it there. It's a very short one this week because we're coming up to Christmas and there's lots on. Busy. I'm sure you're the same. So we just want to say have a really Merry Christmas. Have a lovely time, whatever you're doing. Take the pressure off. It's just another day.
And remember, Santa comes but only once a year and he will empty his sack for you.
Oh, why do you have to ruin it?
I'm not ruining it. It's what all the kids have to know.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We look forward to being with you again next week in that weird bridge week between Christmas and New Year when you have no idea what day it is and you're just feasting on cheese and chocolate. I can't wait.
And leftover turkey.
It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.